So I've been sniping on Delta Force for about 150 hours now. Only ranked, attack and defend, warfare mode. I made it all the way up to General 4, 3-star. I played Delta Force before its open beta stage, and that's why I've only focused on ranked. So I thought I would give you my best tips and tricks to help you do better in the battlefield. I'm gonna let you know what operator to pick, what sniper you should spend your time on, and which is the best sniper. I'm gonna describe the route you should take on maps, which would give you the best sniping position and just give you the best chance to do well in matches. So if this video helps, please give it a like and consider subscribing for more videos like this. So let's not wait any longer. These are my tips on being an elite sniper. First things first, you want to pick your operator. Beginning, you're only going to have Luna, so go ahead and take Luna. She can scan enemies with a recon arrow, and she can also shock enemies with a shock arrow. The shock arrow is great for enemies that are clumped up on the point or for even peeking the corners. But the best thing she has is a recon beacon, and that means anybody on your squad can spawn on that recon beacon, and that gives you a lot of points, and that helps with overall just not having to spawn on the other side of the map. You'll spawn right where you place it, and sometimes if done correctly, you can flank your enemy. So when you start off, you're only going to have one sniper, and that's going to be the SV98. This is honestly all you're going to need, so feel free to commit your time and practice in all your upgrades. Just upgrade this item and max it out. Once you get your gun, what's just as important is picking out a scope. Anything higher than 4 times is gonna have a glint. And I hate glint. I hate being spotted. I like being in the shadows and getting my shot off and moving and getting my other shot off and people just not knowing where it's coming from. So I like to go with the Russian 3x scope, mostly because most of your engagements are gonna be from 100 meters to 200 meters. So close to medium, it's not really going to be far away, because far away, most of the maps, almost only except for one map, there's no reason to do long range. And you also hurt the team by trying to get a long shot after 5 minutes and you only get 1 or 2, because not a lot of people just stand still, and it's really not worth it. Before the open beta, I had the longest sniper, which was like about close to 1,000 meters. Although it's nice to have that accolade, I much prefer to win. So the 3x scope has no glint, and it's just super easy, and it's just super helpful, and it's also unlockable early on. So get used to it, practice with it, use the firing range. The firing range is a little confusing because you can put all the attachments and it makes you think that you've unlocked everything, but then you try to use it and it will tell you that it's not unlocked. And so practice with early stuff and use the Russian 3x scope. So now you have your operator, you have your gun, you have your scope, and you went to the firing range, and now it's time to get into battle. So you found a match, and now it's loading up the map, and it's cracked. What's the best spot? What routes should you take? And what should you do to maximize your efficiency as a sniper? First off, when you're sniping, you gotta move around. You can't stay in one spot. It's not like the movies or in real life where you're just sitting in a tower and sniping. It's all about points and getting a lot of points. And also, it's gonna be a lot harder for you to be shot and taken down if you're constantly moving. So find some cover, shoot on the right side, go to the left side and shoot. And be real quick with your decisions, because it's going to matter when you're especially being counter-sniped or being pushed. You got to be really aware of your surroundings as a sniper, because if you're just sitting there prone, you're an easy target. So on this map called Cracked, Attack and Defend, we start off as a defender. So what's the best route? What is the best thing to do? So when you start off, you're going to want to spawn on A, and then you're going to want to run up north and get to a spot where you can hide your recon beacon. That way, when you're sniping, if you're a good sniper, you're going to be a problem and you're going to get a lot of attention. And so sometimes you'll get an assault or an SMG that will come charging into you, or you'll get 3 or 4 snipers shooting at you like I do. And so hopefully you've hidden your recon beacon well enough that you can just spawn there and get right back up and clean things up again. And this map is probably my favorite place to snipe, because from this angle you can just see a lot going on, and most of the players aren't looking your direction. They're trying to attack the point and they're shooting what's in front of them. So if done correctly, if you're peeking and moving around fast and being aware of your surroundings, that way no one flanks you, you're going to be a problem. There's not much for sniping on the defensive side, but on the offensive side, you're going to want to start down here, and it's the best point because you'll be able to climb up this rock, go into the middle and place a recon beacon and just have the whole lay of the land. The defending team will be on A, and there'll be lots of people on this right side, and you'll be able to use your recon arrow, and if you shoot it straight down the point, you'll get so much points and you'll be able to show so many of the enemies to your teammates. It's just a great lookout point, and if you're bobbing and weaving and peeking, it's going to be really hard for anyone to get you and to see you, and you'll just be doing so much damage. Once you capture the point, what you want to do is move up north and place another recon beacon here. That way it doesn't get attacked or found by an enemy player, because they can't cross this point or they'll take damage and die because they're out of bounds. And so there's this spot here similar to the first one, and you'll have cover and you're able to see the next point, which is B, and you're able just to rinse and repeat, bob and weave, do your recon arrow, and just scan everyone. But also, again, just be aware of your surroundings. And once you take this second point, again, this game isn't really great for long range, so you'll have to actually get into SMG. But again, this is a sniping tutorial guide, and I think you'll just do so much good damage, and that's the route that I always take and what I always do. The right side is just a little too hard and a little too weird, and there's just not enough people, and you just have so many angles to get hit by. If you come this way, you got this left side, and you got people here, and you got people here. So what you want to do is just stick on this high north side, and you'll do some good damage. So just practice with the map, get familiar, rinse and repeat. Before you know it, you'll be moving up the ranks and getting better, and you'll be really hard to take down. And once you get to that point where you leveled up enough, you'll start to unlock the best sniper, which I think is the M700. I really love the SV98. I almost just stuck with it because I was like, hey, I'm good with it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So the M700, why I think it's good is because you can add 10 rounds to your magazine, and that is such a big deal. The SV98, it's got 7, but sometimes it just feels like it's too little, and 10 on the M700 is just perfect. And so you need it. The more shots you have, the less time you have to reload, and the less time a player can just get away and strafe or do something crazy or throw a smoke. You can just pop them and dominate. So save all your upgrade tokens. That way, when you do unlock the M700, you can use them to upgrade and get the extended mag that will give you 10 rounds in your magazine. So that's pretty much it for my guide in a nutshell. If this video does well, I'll probably do a play-by-play where I guide you in the route specifically I take for other maps and just how to snipe. If you're interested, I got a live video where I'm constantly sniping. That way you can get a real hands-on view of how to snipe and how I do it. And also you can see the routes that I take as well. But until then, let me know if there was anything that I missed, any tips that you want to give me. I'm always down to learn and get better. But until then, please like and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you so much. And until next time, happy gaming.